I can't wait to bring a rock and roll show to India. I really
Right,
think it's going to be like
right,
something that this country is a Yungblud show is something that this country's not seen yet, and
right.
it's going to be wild. And I love playing internationally because I really believe the fundamental basis of Yungblud is humanity.
Humanity.
To be a modern artist,
Right,
um, genres and boxes were a thing of the past. I think for things like radio stations or TV or to put you in a category. I
right.
think like rock music, what became bad, you were ridiculed for the reference point where Oasis loved the Beatles, the Rolling Stones loved blues, Muddy Waters. The reference point was a part of rock music.
Right,
So I think Idols was an adventure, and the second installment is a continuation of the first adventure you heard. I never knew David Bowie. I never knew Freddie Mercury. Every answer that photograph gave me came from within me. So
right,
if you are a young artist looking at
right,
an idol on the wall, a lot of us spend our lives
right,
actually not facing ourselves.
right, right,
We hide, we distract. It's so easy with this. I made this album with legacy in mind.
right,
If I was to leave,
right,
I wouldn't have been happy I wouldn't, I don't believe the world would have had enough of a perspective of what I wanted to say as an artist if I didn't put idols out. Artist as a singer, you are your painting, you are your picture. So people either love you or you hate you. So you have to face yourself to be comfortable in your own skin too. 'Cause
right.
I'm from the north, so I had a lot of Indian friends growing up in
Oh,
the north
okay.
of England, and they would tell me about India and how colourful, how passionate, how energetic it is. And I think that's why Yungblud and India are going to get on because that's my show.
Welcome to News 18 Sosha. I am Yatamanyu Narain, and today I'm with the very charming and talented Yungblud as he gears up to set the stage on fire at Lollapalooza 2026. So we're going to talk about that, his most recent album Idols, and more. So glad to have you here, man.
I'm happy to be here with you, bro. I can't wait to meet you, man. I can't wait to come to India. It's gonna be wild.
Right, right, right. So, as a headliner of Lollapalooza India 2026, alongside acts like Linkin Park and Playboy Carti, how do you plan to adapt your high energy set to resonate with India's diverse music scene? And what cultural exchanges are you most excited about during your first performance here?
I cannot wait to meet the people. I
Right,
know you guys are full of passion, full of energy, full of love, and full of respect. Because
right.
I'm from the north, so I had a lot of Indian friends growing up in the
Oh,
north
okay.
of England, and they would tell me about India and how colourful, how passionate, how energetic it is. And I think that's why Yungblud and India are going to get on because that's my show, man. I'm going to bring a rock and roll show to Lollapalooza, and it's gonna be fucking insane. I think the excitement of me visiting a new place that I have wanted to go to
Right,
my whole life is
right.
gonna come out on stage. It's gonna be insane.
Right, right, right. So, with your 2026 North American tour kicking off soon after Lollapalooza India, how has performing at international festivals like this one influenced your approach to global fan bases? Because, especially in emerging markets like India, where rock revival is still, gaining traction.
My vibe is I can't wait to bring a rock and roll show to India. I really
Right,
think it's gonna be like
right,
something that this country is a Youngblood show is something that this country's not seen yet. And
right.
it's going to be wild. And I love playing internationally because I really believe the fundamental basis of Youngblood is humanity.
Humanity.
And, and really understanding that no matter our culture, no matter our beliefs, sexuality, race, whatever we are fundamentally the same inside.
Right.
And I can't wait to feel the love of India, but to spread the love of Youngblood in India.
Right, right, right. So, your music blends a lot of genres from rock, punk, pop, hip hop, glam. So I wanted to know, like, when how do you decide when to experiment with new genres? Like, for example, in Abyss for Kaiju number 8, or, When We Die with Lil Yachty. So, and what kind of risks do you take to avoid being boxed in a particular genre?
To be honest, I just lead from here, whatever
Right,
that is. I feel like to be a modern artist,
right,
um, genres and boxes were a thing of the past, I think, for things like radio stations or TV or to put you in a category. Really doesn't matter anymore. I feel like my favorite artists, we experiment. Why not? I think like it's like if you're a painter, why would you only use the color red for the rest of your life? You would want to
That
try blue, or you would want to try black or pink or white. Why not?
ex-
So it's gonna be sick. You know, I just love making the music that as long as it's truthful and it makes me feel something, I'll put a song out. Why not?
right. So I mean, with Grammy nods for Best Rock Album, Idols is hailed as the most ambitious work. So as part one of a two-part project, how does it set up the second installment, and what broader impact do you hope it has on reinventing rock music?
I really just wanted to bring a sense of adventure and theatre
Right,
back. Rock music has been really serious for
right,
many years and
right.
almost kind of stuck.
Yeah,
I feel like it's stuck because um, we were all using the same instruments.
right,
Everything sounded the same. My vibe is like, and everyone was afraid to reference the past. And I
right.
think like rock music, what became bad, you were ridiculed for the reference point where Oasis loved the Beatles, the Rolling Stones loved blues, Muddy Waters. The reference point was a part of rock music.
Right.
So I think Idols was an adventure, and the second installment is a continuation of the first adventure you heard. I feel like I didn't want to put 30 songs out at once because nowadays we don't have the attention span for it. I wanted to almost make it like series one and series two of Idols, you know?
Right. So, I mean, Hello Heaven, Hello clocks in at over 9 minutes, making it one of the most ambitious opener for Idol. So, what inspired you to craft such an epic track as the getaway, to the album? And how did working with producer Matt Shorts influence its theatrical and operatic elements?
Matt is my producer in my first album. Matt is like when you make an album with family,
Right,
all they want is the truth. They
right,
don't if you make an album with songwriters, they want hits and they have different intentions, they have
yeah,
ulterior motives. When you make an album with family,
right,
they just want greatness. They just want you to open your soul and put it into music.
right.
And hello, we didn't intend for it to be 9 minutes. It just kept
Okay,
developing and developing and developing and this journey. And it felt like a beautiful moment because it was saying goodbye to the past Yungblud that you may have known and saying hello to the future. So it was amazing to work on, you know.
right. So, I mean, drawing from your influences like David Bowie and Freddie Mercury, whom you once idolized, so how has outgrowing those heroes shaped the album's message? And what advice would you give to young artists who feel pressured to emulate their idols rather than, making their own path?
I would say like you look at a photograph on the wall,
Right,
you want to be the photograph on the wall.
right,
But you have to remember that every single answer that you got from the photograph on the wall, I never knew David Bowie, I never knew Freddie Mercury. Every answer that photograph gave me came from within me. So
right,
if you are a young artist looking at
right,
an idol on the wall, the response to that picture is a new individuality. It's a new form of energy, even though it may have been a reaction to someone you look up to.
right,
It was the implementation of your answer
right,
is individual to you.
right,
You made that. It's original.
right.
So I think with it all, you can we put people on until we become ourselves, and I feel like you haven't got to be you haven't got to be afraid of that journey. I think you've got to embrace it.
Right. So I mean, in tracks like Change, you rally your 19-year-old self amid, detractors. So looking back, what specific changes in the music industry or society since your debut have tested your resilience? And how has recording in Leeds grounded you during the reinvention?
I had to go home. You
Right,
know, again, I feel like I've been all over the world and so grateful for
right,
to see cultures but
right,
I didn't want opinions. I needed the north of England, rain, lager, fish and chips.
Right.
And I feel like the coolest thing about the internet and the modern music industry is it's democratic.
Yeah.
I feel like no one's controlling necessarily what people
A little.
listen to.
Yeah.
If you have an innate truth or an individuality about you, you can be seen by the world. And I think that's why it was easy for us to really lean into idols and really make these decisions of unorthodox recording.
Right. Right.
You know, like it was great because a 9-minute song didn't need to be played on the radio now because radio's irrelevant.
Mhm.
It's about truth, and people discover music through their iPhones
Right.
or through their playlists.
Streaming that.
And, and if you have a truth and an individuality and something to say, I genuinely believe you'll find your crowd.
Right, right, right. So, I mean, this album also critiques alienation and encourages self-worth. So, I mean, drawing from your ADHD experiences and mental health advocacy, how did turning inward for this album help you reclaim aspects of yourself? And what role did therapy or self-reflection play in that process?
I believe a lot of us spend our lives
Right,
actually not facing ourselves.
right, right.
We hide, we distract. It's so easy with this. You can
Yeah,
wake up in the morning and you can compare yourself to 15 different people before you've even had your breakfast.
right,
We
right,
hide from original thought. We hide from instinct. We hide because we might not fit in.
right, right,
When you have something original to say and you are afraid that the world isn't going to get you, that's when I believe as an artist you're truly onto something.
right,
When you are terrified to put out your album, I think
right.
that's good.
Right, right. Some in themes of mortality permeates tracks like Zombie, written about losing your grandmother. So, how has comprehending death's inevitability influenced your urgency to, choose life, especially after your health setbacks in 2025?
Yeah, I think like mortality is such a
Right,
big subject,
right,
and it makes you realize that we're not here forever. And
right,
you're lucky every single breath you take,
right,
you are lucky to have. You are lucky to drink the water. You are lucky to take the breath. You are lucky to hold someone's hand. Like we take this shit for granted.
right. We do.
And I really think it's about
Right,
realizing how lucky we are to, like, if you take a breath in, how fucking good does it feel to breathe?
right, 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 right.
You know?
So, I mean, this album's narrative also builds from doubt to victory over, mortality's weight. So, reflecting on your tributes, like your performance at Ozzy Osbourne's final concert, how has losing mentors shaped your view on legacy? And what course from your past do you feel you have laid to rest with this album?
I made this album with legacy in mind.
Right,
If I was to leave,
right,
I wouldn't have been happy I wouldn't, I don't believe the world would have had enough of a perspective of what I wanted to say as an artist if I didn't put idols out.
right, right, right,
That was the way I was thinking when I wrote this album.
right,
And
right,
when you meet your idols, it's the way they think too. And it almost solidified that perspective.
right, 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 right. So, I mean, ballads like Monday Murder and War, it delves into love's complexities and emotional warfare. So, how do these tracks, kind of reflect your growth in expressing vulnerability, and have recent personal losses or relationships amplified the album's, exploration of, healing through chaos?
100%. This album was made in chaos,
Right,
organized chaos. And I think this album was so vulnerable that
right,
again, as I say, I really had to face myself.
right, right,
So the world as an artist is strange because people love you or hate you. When you're a singer and you're famous singer. It's weird because if you look at if you go to an art gallery and look at a painting,
Right.
you either like it or you don't. It either speaks to you or it doesn't. It's not a human being. When you're an artist, as a singer, you are your painting, you are your picture. So people either love you or you hate you. So you have to face yourself to be comfortable in your own skin to
Right.
uh, to carry on.
Right. 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 So I mean, your previous tracks like Polygraph, it addresses sexual assault from a male perspective, and parents calls out generational divides. So how do you craft lyrics that provoke uncomfortable conversations, and have fan interactions ever shifted your own views on these issues?
Of course, fan interactions are where most of my inspiration comes from.
Right.
Meeting people, talking to people. The people are the root of everything in Youngblood.
Right. 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 So finally, what message do you have for your Indian fans who would be traveling from all over the India to catch your show in Mumbai?
I cannot wait to meet you all. I don't know how many of you there are.
Right.
I am walking in completely blind to a new culture, to a new country that I've never been more excited to come to.
Right.
So I can't wait to eat your food. I can't wait to listen to your instruments. I can't wait to feel your passion, and I can't wait to meet you all. I'm so fucking excited. Let's rock and roll.
Perfect. 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 So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for an insightful conversation. We all are super thrilled for your Lollapalooza performance. So best of luck for that.
Rock and roll, man. Laters.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
See you, yeah, man.
You.